my grass. I get someone in to do all the trim trees. But I never go out there. I never.
No, unless you're spraying a wall.
Unless I'm doing something. So if I'm out there and I'm fixing something or I'm hanging the wash, to me, the garden is something where I do work.
Right.
I don't think I ever just go out there and sit.
Yeah.
I'm in the opposite to that.
Yeah.
Like I like to have a cup of tea or coffee and pace up and down and be with the birds.
Yes.
And into the sky. I do this thing with my 13-year-old. We sit there and we like to eat outside. And we choose our favorite cloud.
Isn't that lovely? That's just lovely.
Some would call it crazy, but
no, I think it's lovely. I think it's lovely.
So your favorite cloud, Angelina, today?
Yeah, exactly. And I tell you what, there was a wonderful interview with David Attenborough when he turned, oh my goodness, what is he, 100 now?
Yeah.
And a wonderful interview with him. And, you know, he is the doyen of all things nature. And he said, just go and sit in your garden for 10 minutes and be quiet and just be still. And he said, you'll be astonished at what you see and hear and discover. And I thought, you know, this is a man who's been doing this all his life, and he's now 100, and he's seen everything. And he's just going, just go and be still in your garden.
How do we convert Malcolm to spend more time out there? Like, what do we do? Is it because maybe you haven't got a comfortable place to sit? Or
tables and chairs down there. I don't want table chairs.
You ever eat out there?
No.
I love eating out there.
Oh, I love it. I'll tell you a story, Gary.
Please
I'll tell you a story. So, as I said, I come from New Zealand, and my mother was a New Zealander. My father was English, but my mother was an amazing gardener, and she would have us eating outside, even in midwinter. She'd be going, right, we're going outside. You go, oh, Mum, it's freezing. Well, put a coat on, but we're going outside. She was great for picnics and, you know, and making it fun. And I think that's what it is. Maybe you're just not, you haven't, you said working. I work in it. I work. And as that is almost like a negative thing. So go out there and do something fun. Go and get a blanket. Go and put it on the ground. Bring a couple of glasses of wine out and a bit of cheese and crackers. Have a picnic.
So here's a deeper issue, right? If you, as a child, did you ever eat outside? So I think this is the interesting thing, right? So we're culturally, it comes down generations sometimes. The culture, yes. But that can't be completely right because I can't ever remember eating outside, but I remember picnics.
Yeah.
Do you remember a picnic?
I was young.
There you go.
Oh, dude.
So if you're a parent watching this, isn't it a good idea to maybe take your kids out for a picnic and then they'll understand nature?
Yes,
this
absolutely.
That is London, right? We are Londoners.
Yes.
We just about know what a tree is. We're in the urban place. Now, when I speak to people from the countryside, they absolutely hate London. They can't wait to get out. So if you're a generation or two into being an urban person, it's really important that we're teaching our kiddies. This is actually real life. This is like we're close to the M25, so we've always seen, but we are Londoners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Far retirement age. I was thinking about, do we move out? And I couldn't. I don't think I could. I'm too much of an urbanite. I would miss too many things if I moved out in the middle of nowhere. I don't like the quiet. I get fidgety when it's too quiet.
The sound isn't great. Louise says there's a bit of an echoing and a delay. We apologize for that. The tech hasn't been good today. But Louise is saying, I live in a ground floor flat and have had a garden and miss having a garden.
Yeah.
This is why I'm going to help a friend whose garden desperately needs. Sorry, she's going to say something here. Desperately needs pruning back and a lovely patio area where this is screaming for rejuvenating.
Yes.
I cannot wait to help her. Now, my cousin's just outside. I'm going to go and say hello to him. This flop. The world and their wife want to speak to me this morning when they know that I've got a shop. I'll be back in a sec.
Oh, bless.
Yeah.
So, Robert, what made you come to England? I mean, normally people go the other way, doesn't it?
Oh, I know. I came. I was older. I wasn't a kidlet when I came over here, like a lot of New Zealanders and Australians, you know, leave straight after university, whatever. I was a bit older, and I'd been working and I had a career, and I came on a bit of an extended break back in 2000, and I thought this, and I did quite a few countries, and I traveled around. I went, this is the most amazing world, and I've got to go and have a look.
Yeah.
And I went to Ireland first. I lived in Dublin for about 18 months, and then I came over here. And as I came into London, I went, oh, I'm home. It's full of crazy people, and you know, and amazing architecture, and lovely parks and spaces, and then you've got the tube full of crazy people. I just thought this feels like home to me, so I've been here ever since. So that was really the reason.
So what was the thing that you noticed was the biggest difference between New Zealand and London?
Oh, well, obviously the big one is the amount of people. I mean, it's just like New Zealand's got about 5 million people. We're about the same land mass as the UK. If it was, you know, flattened out on a board, we're about the same. But we've got 5 million people, and you've got about 70 million now.
Yeah.
You know, and 20 million of them live in London. It was, and the speed of it, which I really enjoyed. And you know, just
one of the biggest differences people say about London and living in the country it is everything is fast in London. You know,
fast.
Yes,
fast.
Yeah, fast. Everybody can't. There's no patience in London, unfortunately.
Yeah, but you know, along the way, I suppose it's how you approach it. Really, I've had some wonderful experience of people who have helped me in London and along the way, and I don't know, I must have that face that that tourists always stop me and ask me for directions, and I'm always happy to help them. It must be that face, you know. But people have helped me as well, and I've never had bad experiences in London. You know, I worked in the city. And then I worked in Canary Wharf for a lot of years. So I did a lot of traveling. You know, I worked long hours, and I love the career, but long hours. And I, you know, was on the tube at different times. I'm always out and about, always social. And I've seen things, but I've never had anything bad happen to me. And we don't hear enough about that. You know,
No.
there are some bad things happen. Don't get me wrong. So anybody who's listening, I appreciate that. You know, big city things happen, but I've been incredibly lucky, I suppose. And yeah, so
I think it is. You do get the you know, the doom scrollers, you know, who trying to just say that, you know, London's a no-go area anymore, and you know, you can't step outside the door without getting your phone nicked and stuff like that. And it's just not true.
No,
you know,
no.
crime everywhere. Every country's got crime. We're not saying we're crimeless, but we're worse off. I mean, I don't ever feel afraid of walking around or going anywhere.
No, neither do I. I've never felt afraid of walking. I mean, you have to take care.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be mindful, and particularly as a woman in London, and if you're alone, you have to be very mindful about who's around you, where you're going, what you're doing. But given that, I shouldn't really even say it, I've walked home at crazy times in early morning, and you know, and I felt comfortable about doing it. So you know, I'm getting a bit older, and so I am taking a bit more care. But you know, it's still an amazing city. It's still one of the best cities in the world, I believe, and that's why I want to stay here. and live here. I love it. And I was going to say to you, you mentioned something a bit earlier about no green spaces, but London's got lots of green spaces, and you've got to thank the Victorians for that.
Yeah.
They had a very clear policy of saying, you know, we are going to put within half a mile of where anybody lives, there's going to be a green space. And that's what they did. And, you know, the parks in London are just extraordinary, and they're all free. I mean, it's just like, this is amazing. You've got to get out and have a look.
Yeah.
So, my
And,
little...
you know, growing up, you know, I wasn't born in Enfield, but I was born in London and moved to Enfield 40 odd years ago. And I love Enfield. I love Enfield because you can go 30 minutes on a train and you're inside the middle of London.
There you go.
You can go 30 minutes in a car and you can be out in the middle of nowhere. You know, and that's the perfect balance. Like I said before, I'm too much of an urbanite to go and to be like, in a thing. But yeah, I do like, I like a drive out in the country, you know, and see that. And then, you know, I can get on a train and I can be in Piccadilly Circus in 30 minutes.
Exactly. I mean, how amazing is that?
Yeah, it's perfect. And I don't think a lot of people realise, you know, that you know, London is so accessible. You know, you're never more than half a mile from a train station, from a tube, London Underground tube.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But you know, again, if you have the opportunity to create a little green oasis for yourself in your own back garden, then I encourage you to do it. And it's very therapeutic working in your garden as well. And rather than it feeling like work, it feels, you know, I can go out there I'll go, right, I'm going to go out there for an hour. And then the whole day passes and I come in exhausted but kind of happy, you know, because there's so much that you can do, and it rewards you. The garden keeps on rewarding you. You do have to keep on top of it. You do have to maintain it. But look, I'm if I had a name, it would be #the lazy gardener. I am the lazy gardener. I do two big cleans during the year. I do spring and then autumn. And I might spend a couple of weekends in the spring and a couple of weekends in the autumn, give it a good tidy, good haircut, good pulling together, and then that's it. And then I enjoy it for the rest of the year. Doesn't always look perfect, but why? I love it. I love it just the way it is. So, because it's a reflection of me, not always perfect, not always with the makeup on.
When he comes in and he cuts all our bushes down and everything, and then I just do the grass.
Now the reason interruption, last week I had a garden party. I invited some people around for my son's 21st, and I borrowed some barbecues. So my relatives came just at the right time and they needed help loading the van. Now, so there was one use of the garden. We used it at a party. Now, in my garden, I have a fig tree.
Figs.
So they came and I said, look, take some figs. So we just harvested some figs, which took more. There's another reason. I've got 2 apple trees, a fig tree.
Absolutely.
There is nothing like harvesting from your own garden. Straight off the tree. I chop this up. I put it in a protein shake. They're expensive. Like you want to buy figs, fresh figs.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You can even grow a fig tree in a pot.
My granddad used to grow cucumber, and the smell of fresh cucumber in a greenhouse and tomatoes.
I don't know what it is, whether it's something with our ground or the type of thing, but everything grows in. You can put whatever you like in there, and it will grow in our gardens. I don't know why. I don't know why. I mean, I've got apple tree. I've got a pear tree.
They're nice.
The apples, I've even got grapes. It's just not, I mean, they may be better this year, but the problem is there's never enough sun to really be big.
Pear, apple, you can't go wrong.
Yeah. But apple trees and pear trees, and I think, you know, and we don't do anything. It's just
it's called scavenging, where behind our house we have raspberries, and we have blackberries, and I see people with bags filling
Yeah.
up. I fill them up. Like I walk in the garden,
Yes.
I walk in the park, and I just pick the blackberries and the.
Isn't that lovely?
Oh my God, it's so good. And
Yeah.
I think as Londoners, we don't do that.
No.
We just do not go scavenging. I think there's
Yes.
people that go out there and get mushrooms and they do all this stuff. And I would love to invite you back again, Robin, because
Yes.
this is being impulsive. I'd love to see your garden.
Yeah.
The sound isn't right, and I think that you've been such a wonderful guest today.
Yeah, I mean, it's an eye opener. It is. A lot of people are probably similar to me. They have gardens, and they just don't use them. They just don't. Whether they're too busy or whatever. But no.
So this show it's had interruptions. It's had a bad sound. The computer isn't working. Robin came on impulsively, but that goes to show that the show always goes on here at Loving Social Media, at Loving Local. Always happens. I think, Robin, lots of people would have heard you today and been inspired to maybe ring you or
Yes.
touch with you. So how do they do that? What do they do to get in touch with you?
Well, go onto my website. That might be the easiest way at this stage. So it's Black Robin Garden Design. Black Robin is a little native New Zealand bird. So I named it after that. So yeah, blackrobingardendesign.co.uk. That's the easiest way. And you can get in contact with me.
I'd love you back again.
Yeah, lovely.
Because I'm sure people are hearing the echo and they're not keen on that.
Know.
What we do, how we end every show is we say what we're going to do at the weekend to inspire everyone. Robin, do you want to go first? What are you doing at the weekend? What are you doing today and tomorrow?
So we're going to go on a picnic tomorrow. So we're going up to Golders Hill Park, packing up a bottle of wine, some things to eat, and they have a band that plays about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we're going up to enjoy that tomorrow.
Lovely. I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. I was going to clean the car, but I can't do that now.
Why?
Because we're on a hosepipe ban.
Yeah.
Thames Water, as we're now on.
Well, that was inevitable. Apparently it's going to rain this weekend. All the grass is horrible.
I mean, what really, really annoys me was the fact that for the first 4 months of this year, it rained every day.
That's right.
Every single day it rained.
That's right.
Month.
That's right.
And then we had 1.5, 8, maybe 2 months of warm weather, and we're on hosepipe bans. It just shows you.
It's part of being part of England. I'm surprised it's taken this long, if I'm honest.
Yeah. But, all that money you put, Thames Water, they lose 650 million gallons of water every day. To just
I'm very proud of Enfield Council this week because they fined one of the utilities 10 grand or 100 grand for taking too long. Well done, Enfield Council. Good for you. So now you're not washing the car. You are going to sit in the garden.
You're
You're going to read the newspaper. You do something really great.
Yeah, I'll do something. I'll sit in the garden and do something.
I'm going to do that too. So
fantastic.
The garden. I'm going to harvest some of my
figs.
Figs.
No, not a foggy person.
So I'm going to do that, catch up on some work, and tomorrow I've got an aunt from Australia and we're going to have a barbecue in the garden. So I'm very grateful to you, Robin. This is very impulsive. This has gone out on YouTube and it's gone out on Facebook, and I'll put all the show notes, and I'm very grateful to you for coming to.
And we'll check
thank you for inviting me on.
We will do.
We really will.
We will. Bye bye.
Have a great day.
Great day. Bye.
Yeah.